This is lovely Dusty Bin. Do you like him? Oh, he's a sweetheart. I love him dearly. Unfortunately, he's our booby prize.
Dusty was a great character for us because it broadened the range of the audience. Obviously, he was a great favourite with the younger kids, and young children used to love him. And you know, a lot of the older people watching used to find him quite cute, and he'd be dolled up in whatever the theme of the show was.
Oh, yes, Dusty, look at that. It looks marvellous, but don't let him fool you, of course. He has to have his bin liner changed 3 times a day.
And he was a tribute to Ian Rowley, who used to design the thing every week, how he'd managed to make him, with what were sort of fairly fundamentally basic moves, he would give the thing character. It was quite extraordinary.
I'd like to introduce Dusty Bin, as you all knew him 10 years ago. In fact, still driving. It was very difficult to drive, but because I developed him, I got used to it. But I'm not used to it now, but we'll try. Hey, Dusty. Oh, well, not too bad, considering 10 years has passed. Yeah, most of it still works.
I never quite knew whether Ted hated or loved Dusty Bin. You'll have to ask him.
Everybody loved him. The studio people used to talk to him. They'd come and say, "How are you doing, Dusty? How are you doing?" And I mean, if it was turned on, I'd actually react to whoever spoke to it. And these are guys, electricians and you know, in the studios that were not that way inclined, would still soften when they saw Dusty. Carolyn Munro used to love him.
Oh my gosh, not the Bin, although he was very cute.
I mean, he'd always go to all the women. Nothing to do with me. Dusty was dressed as a matador, and we dressed the little dog Garbage as a bull. And Ted asked him, what would you do if it was a real bull?
Reverse, sit, stand out. Get away, get back, shush, shush. Ah. Now, just a minute, Dusty. That's no bull at all. That's your little dog Garbage. We know that, dressed up as a bull. What would you do if you had to face a real bull? Now, come on. What would you do? Oh, no.
And he whips the red cape away to reveal a blunderbuss, and he shoots at the dog. But in the studio rehearsals, as we operated the switch that fired the gun, it also bowed, shot the dog directly, which burst into flame, and we had to be driven across the studio very quickly to be put out by one of the studio attendants. He's done everything. He's caught fish as Huckleberry Finn. He's danced in discos as Frankenstein. He's flown on a magic carpet. He's been a doctor with a huge syringe. He's skied.
What other show would try and give personality to a dustbin? But it seemed to work.
For the first time on British television, we're going to lift the lid on Dusty Bin. So many people have asked me, how does it work? What's inside it? How it was built? What it's controlled by? Well, I'm going to show you. We bow the bin down like this. Oops. We take the lid off it, and inside you can see the mechanism. All this kit in here is all military specification. It cost a fortune to have all this built. This was far more advanced than any of the Star Wars stuff. But because it was in a dustbin, it was never taken seriously. But it had contrabody movements, it could bow, all those systems could be mixed.